Hi everyone, this is your Sifu here at Tree Nature and Teenage Dragon Taoism channel. Today we're talking about the ghost stuff. So before I begin, I have to introduce a little bit about myself. I'm a Taoist master, have been working with this kind of thing for over 20 years, and I can travel to other worlds, including the dead. So that's why I am talking about this based on my own experience and what I witnessed and learned over the years, and not based on what the cultural belief is, because a lot of those are fake. Anyway, let's get to the real thing. So the question today is brought up by one of our fans about the burning of Jaws paper or the paper money, that kind of thing, right? Does it actually work? Okay, the short answer is yes, but you're doing it wrong. Okay, so why does it work and how does it work? We'll talk about that later. But before we begin, you need to know three things about the ghost, the real ghost. Okay, now, when you're dead, you will become a ghost. That's fact. Okay, and there is nothing special about that. Everyone knows about it. But what you don't know is you're brainwashed to believe the ghost is like what it is like in the movie. So it is not how that works. Okay, the real ghost, three things. Number one, they do not see anything in this world. So you hold up an apple or you hold up something, they can't see it. They can't even see you. Okay, you don't have the vision of anything in this world in here, the physical materials. So the common belief of the ghost, like licking the char siu, right, the meats, the offerings, and sucking up incense, no, it's not like that. Okay, it doesn't work like that. They can't even see it. Second, the real ghost that is actually a ghost transition to live as a ghost in their world is not in this area. Okay, they do not overlap our world in this area. No. Okay, the location is about what you call outer space. If you like take the those people who make a video of their GoPro flying up in space. Okay, about that area and higher. That's where the ghost world is. That's the distance. Okay, so if you say, like our layer kind of, the two world in the same spot, they kind of overlap, and I'm seeing things. No, they are not here. Okay, they're up there, far away. Okay, so you're not supposed to be like suddenly, I'm seeing ghosts in here. It's overlapping. Not going to happen. But there are some ghosts who fail to transition 100% into their ghost life to that place, so they might stick around here in this area. But it's not a lot of them. Okay? It's like you go up in space with the GoPro and you try to spot a satellite. It's really hard. Okay? So anyway, the third thing is the ghost world material, or you can say their properties of the matter, right, is totally different from this world. Okay, it's very, very different. And what they need in general as well is soul energy. Okay, if they have soul energy, they can have a lot of things in their world that they need, because in that world you create things with your soul energy. I think of a chair. I want a chair. Okay, visualize the chair. Ding, the chair is here. There is a chair for you. But it's created using your own energy. So the more you create, the weaker you get. And so you have kind of like a limit of how much you can create until you feel kind of crappy. Okay? So it's kind of like you can do exercise until a certain point, you get very tired. Kind of like that. Okay? So for the ghosts, they need soul energy. In order to get more of that, well, there are people who loot, kill, eat other soul out there, other ghosts, okay? But you can also have more soul energy by people sending it to you. And that is the concept of like how people give offerings to the ghost. It doesn't matter. It's joss paper, the flowers, or whatever you do. I'm going to explain to you how that works, and you can pretty much understand everything in this world, like how every culture do the same thing in different form. So what is your soul energy? Your soul energy is the power that is inside you, which you use to three things. One is used to stay focused and be yourself and kind of center yourself and have feelings. And then the second one is thinking power, processing. Okay. And the third one is your body, moving your body to do what you have in mind. So it's like, I need to go out and buy something. Okay. Now your soul energy helps you push, and then you go, okay, let's go. Right. That is the soul energy helping you, motivating you to go do that. So whenever you spend time and your soul energy on something, it will be contained into what you're interacting with. It could be like you're making bread out of flour, or you can be drawing things on your paper, or you can be folding an origami thing, right? Anything that you use time and energy to do, it will have your soul energy inside. I'm an artist drawing a portrait of myself. There it goes. The soul energy is put in there. Okay. Now, don't be afraid. Like, oh, but my soul is going to be stolen. Now, don't be afraid. It is normal for human being to put their soul energy on anything that they touches. You take a book and you read it, right? While you read, you have thinking, you have flipping, right? You have focus, you have time. All that stuff means that book will contain your soul energy. So for, let's say, children, the toys that they play with all have their soul energy. The bed you sleep on have your soul energy, right? Basically, it's very much like that. And how do we humans get more of that? Well, first of all, you can sleep and get the soul energy resources from your yun san, your spiritual planetary body. And also, you can consume the soul energy from other living beings by eating it. So if you're not eating meat, if you're not eating life, any form of life, you're lacking a whole bunch of goodies. Your soul is not being replenished quick enough, because you're only getting it from the sleep, from your own source, but you're not getting it from the other life source. Soul energy only exists in life. So if there's no life in there, you're not getting that. So if you're not eating meat, you're missing out a whole bunch. Anyway, so how do we give our soul energy to our ancestor naturally? Let's say it's a very peaceful situation. There's no one around looting your package. Okay? You take some paper, start drawing and thinking of your ancestor. Okay? Writing their name, writing a letter, anything. Okay? Draw a picture, anything. You just need to be thinking of them. And then you take this thing, you think of the ancestor. Okay? Your intention is like the arrow point toward them. And then you burn it. As you break the form, like the container, the soul energy flies. And where will it go depend on your intention. So you set direct to this person, shoo, it goes there. Now you might think, hey, but how do I know where that person is? Like, I need to ship something, I need an address, right? How do I know the address? Don't worry. In the spiritual world, which we call Dimension 6, okay? In this world, there is no distance. If you want to travel from here to here, you just need to think about it. You see, and then you go, and boom, and appear. Okay? It's like teleporting. So people do not need time to travel in D6, in that world. So your thing, if you think of that person, boom, boom, and then it goes there. It doesn't need time to travel. It's very alike with our internet. As long as you know the IP address, snap, and there it goes. You can send stuff. Okay? So very alike with the internet. And that's how the JAWS paper works. When you touch it, and you think of the person, your soul energy goes in there, you burn, and then the soul energy goes in. Now, the stupid thing is, okay, why I say it's doing it wrong, most people, because they burn a lot. You burn a whole truck or a whole bag of stuff, and it's just purely air pollution. You don't need that much. Soul energy is not physical. It can contain a lot in one small piece of paper. If you take one piece of paper and, like, for example, the picture of that person, and then you like think of the person and recall the memory, and you put it back in your pocket, and it sticks with you, and then you take it out and remember that person again, and then you put it here, and then you take it out, and then you recall the memory again, right? Eventually, a lot of soul energy is going to that very tiny small piece of paper. And then now, after 1 year, I decided to send all these to the person. So I close my eyes, think of the person, burn. You sent a lot of soul energy to that person in one small picture already. Now, why people burn so much? Because it's business, right? Like, human want to make money, that's why, okay? So that's why I say you're doing it wrong. Some other people will give, like, flowers in other culture. It's the same thing. The flower, you hold it, you think about the person, soul energy goes in. Put it there, the flower goes, and, you know, it dissolves and dies out, and then the soul energy will go to that person. Same thing. So it can be anything. You can even be like in front of the person's, what do you call that? The grave, right? The stone. And then you can do a dance. You can sing. You can vent out your soul energy by doing these things, and they can receive it. Now, will they get exactly what you burned? No. What they're getting is a soul energy. So they don't even know it's you sending it over. It won't. It's more like if you're a ghost here, okay? If you're a ghost, somebody is sending that stuff to you, you will be like this. Okay, sleeping. Oh, I wake up. And then, first of all, there will be 5 major types of impact. Number 1, I feel more focused today. I feel more like myself today. Good feeling, feeling focused. Number 2, you try to think of ideas about what to do and, you know, things like that. Ideas. Ooh, more ideas coming in. Number 3, when you're trying to ponder and think inside, it feels like you have lots of brain power. Very motivated. Okay? Motivated, you can deal with problems. You can be more happy about your life. Now, number 4 is when you physically take action. So you're trying to do what you think of, you can actually get it done. So you feel yourself is productive and not sluggish. And number 5 is you can finally receive the fruit from what you have done. And it's like, I cook this nice meal, right? I can enjoy it. That's important. Some people, like, they spend a lot of time cooking and they don't even enjoy what they eat. They're like, it's just food, you know, like that. Now you can enjoy, you can appreciate what you have done. And because of that, your quality of life in that world increase. And that is how you can help the other side. But, there's a but, the last thing I want to mention is the looters. Okay? You send stuff over, but it's not protected. It's not encrypted. It could be looted in the midway by the other bad guys in that world. Just like you try to throw money out the street, there will be people picking it up, right? That's the thing. So your package that you send over is not protected, not encrypted. It could be looted. And most of the time, 99% of the time, people are burning these things and doing the offerings. A lot of them are gone to looters. So that's why I say don't do it yourself. Okay? Now, how to do it properly is, well, if you're ordained here, you can use the lineage power, the system in the lineage to help you send. Because the lineage has a postal system, kind of like that. So you can send it through the lineage system to your ancestor, to whoever you want to send to. That way, that thing is protected in the midway. If people come and try to loot it, we pew-pew them, okay? So basically, that's what's happening. If you need to ship something to someone safely, you hire the postal office and you hire that secure system. Same thing. So never burn those things at home by yourself to your ancestor, because you're just attracting looters. And the more looters come over to your house, you're in deep trouble. Okay? So if you have a question, put it down in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one. If you want to get ordained today, start learning Taoist magic from home, go to teenyatdragon.com and you can now learn. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.